All right, everybody. Good morning. I think we're gonna get rolling here pretty quick. Looks like most everybody is done arriving. We might get a few stragglers, but that's okay. Um, just a quick introduction. My name is Brian Harris. I'm the outreach specialist at USA North 811. Today we've got Nick White of our member services department and Nathan Oliver. They both run the member services department. Nick is the coordinator there. And they take care of all of your member needs, to be quite frank. If there's anything you need at all in the realm of your membership or any questions you have about, billing IDs, membership IDs, and facility codes, and all of this wonderful, crazy stuff in the membership world, get in touch with these guys and let them know they're happy to help you out in any way they can. Nick's going to talk about electronic positive response today, why we're doing it, what it's all about, how to do it for some of you bigger larger utility companies out there, how it might be baked into your ticket management system, and then some of you smaller ones who might just be using the emails that we send out to you with the ticket info on it. In any case, I'm going to pass it over to Nick. He's going to share his screen, show you some stuff. Again, if you've got any questions at all, feel free to reach out to those guys. I'm going to put their email address in the chat. If you have a question you want to ask today, the electronic positive response stuff is going to be kind of quick. There's not a lot to go into, but Nick's going to explain it all for you. When that's over, we're happy to stick around and answer any questions you have, general Q&A, if you will, about your membership or about USA North or whatever it is. I'm going to put their email address in there so you can contact them separately if you want. But today, if you want to leave us a question, there's a Q&A button. The chat thing isn't so great because we don't really monitor it that well, but the Q&A button down there at the bottom of your screen allows you to post a question to us, which we can then answer for you and then show your question to everybody. Does that make sense? So use that Q&A button to ask questions if you like, or just reach out directly to these guys, to the member services department. All right, go ahead, Nick. I'm going to step aside here and put your contact info up in the chat.
Thank you, Brian. Yeah, like as Brian said, me and Nathan Oliver are in the member services department. We are your one-stop shop for anything member related. We could help you with anything really member related, even if it's not directly related to electronic positive response. If we can't help you, we can direct you to the right direction. So just reach out to us if you have any questions, even if it's not related to electronic positive response. You may have heard from me or Nate already this year. We've been actively reaching out to members to encourage them to update their contact information and also their service area. It's something we require you guys to do at least once a year. So if you haven't updated your contact information or your service area, please reach out to us and let us know. We'll send you the information for you to confirm. But that's something we need you to do by the end of this year. I think we have just over 1,000 member codes updated right now, and we're about 700 away from hitting everyone. So please reach out to us, help us out a little, and confirm your information for us. It'll not only help you guys and us, but it'll help the excavators who are trying to reach out to you regarding tickets and questions like that. So what is electronic positive response? Electronic positive response it's fairly simple. I know a lot of members kind of freaked out when they got the extension letters in September or October, from the DigSafe board, asking you if you need an extension to this program. But it's really simple. Electronic positive response just means you as the utility member are informing us as the 811 setter of how you've responded to the excavator on the ticket. So currently you're doing positive response, which is just the communication between you as the member to the excavator. Electronic positive response takes that a step further and includes us as the 811 center in the conversation of how you've responded to the excavator. So this allows the excavators to go to our website, check the status of their tickets to see how you've responded in case they missed your initial response. But it also gives our DPS agents or damage prevention specialist information on the ticket. So if the excavator calls, they can check the status of the ticket and provide that to the excavator directly. So it's fairly straightforward. Let me check my notes. There are two ways to participate in electronic positive response. The first one is if you have a ticket management system, you will need to reach out to us to get those credentials to plug into your ticket management system, which will allow you to post an electronic positive response. If you don't have a ticket management system, then you're receiving the ticket via email. So there's going to be a unique link at the bottom of the ticket. I'm going to show you that right now. Let me see if I can stop my video.
Nick, can I quickly interrupt and ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you know off the top of your head maybe a list of some of the more popular ticket management systems that already have this kind of like baked in, or is that not true? Do they have to reach out to you no matter what?
Well, most ticket management systems, the companies, the vendors already know about it. So if you have one, I would suggest you talk to them because they already know about it. They've already reached out to us directly for some of their members. But we do offer one in-house, which is called WebTMS, and that's built by Northfield Development Partners, which is the company that built our ticket entry system. So a lot of members are using WebTMS, which is our in-house ticket management system. If you're using that, you're already participating in electronic positive response. So you won't need to do anything else. But there are ticket management systems out there that are more fancy, like Earth, Utilisphere, stuff like that. So if you're using a ticket management software, please reach out to us because we will have to create the credentials for you to plug into your system, which will allow you to post electronic positive response. Once you close out the ticket in your ticket management system, it'll post a response to the excavator, and it also posts a response to us as the center. But most members aren't using ticket management systems, so the majority are just receiving them straight via email, and that's perfectly fine. So I'm going to show you how you can participate in electronic positive response if you're just getting your tickets via email. So you're going to scroll down to, here's a new ticket I created, just a test ticket. If you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see a post of response at this ticket for this ticket at. You just click on that link. It's going to take you to our EPR website, electronic positive website. It's already going to populate the member code for you and the ticket number. So all you have to do is click a response that suits what you've done on the site. And then you can elaborate at the bottom in the comment section here. If this is kind of vague for you, you can elaborate here in the comment section. You don't have to, but you can. And then you just click on the post a response. Oh, my bad. Sorry, you got to put your name in there. There we go. And it's that simple. So there's really not much to it. This link will not show on renewal tickets. Since a renewal ticket is just extending the life of the ticket, it's not asking you as the member to do anything. So this should not be on renewal tickets. It will mostly be on new ticket types.
Or remarks and those things.
Yeah, and if you only, I know a lot of members only have one member code out there for multiple facility types. If you only have one member code, you probably want to separate your membership into one member code per facility type. This allows you to post a response for each facility type uniquely. So if you were to have one member code that covers 2 or 3 different facilities, you would go to this link and you can only post one response, how you've responded one way. But some companies, they'll go out there and they'll say clear no conflict for my sewer, but the electric is marked on site. So if you only have one member code, it won't allow you to post 2 separate responses. So we're encouraging our members to split up their membership into one member code per facility type. And we also changed our billing structure a few years back, so it won't affect your bill. You're not going to get charged more by doing that.
Correct, yeah.
Great, thanks. If I could share something really quick, Nick, unless you've got it up, I wanted to show, you might have it ready to go. I wanted to show the list of the response codes. Nathan, we had done this yesterday with Nathan, and I just kind of wanted to show the explanations behind all those. There's a description on each one in our handbook. Can I just share that with everybody?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you go to our website here, at the top of the screen, you'll see quick links. First of all, the excavators can check what the response is that you posted to the EPR system right here. They click this, type in their ticket number, and they can see all the responses. But over here on the left is the law and excavation manual. Now, if any of you out there would like some of these, a few of them, or maybe a case of them or whatever, you can definitely reach out to me directly. I handle all of the shipping of the promo things. of that nature. I'll give you a hard copy of this. Unfortunately, I don't have this hard copy in Spanish, but I do have it in English. On the website, however, it is available in Spanish if you want to print it out or just look at it in the field, pull it up on your cell phone or whatever. In any case, the excavation handbook, this is the side with all of the best practices, 811 policies, stuff like that. On the other side of the physical book is the law printed in black and white. So you can see them individually here as PDFs, okay? I've pulled up the PDF already. And I just wanted to show you that the handbook has all of the EPR codes that you have available to you to post a response to excavators. And then after that section, it explains each one. So you really can dive in and see, okay, does this really fit my situation or not? It has a definition there. It makes it clear as day. It's black and white. And then it says when to use it. When do I actually use this code? And it breaks it all down for you. In a lot of cases, it even references directly the California government code. I know there's one right here. See, it says provided facility information per government code 4216.3. So there's direct references to the law. It really breaks it down for you and makes it real simple to see what type of response should be posted to that particular situation. That's all I wanted to show you guys. I also wanted to take a brief moment to talk about one of the things that Nick mentioned, just in the case that some of you folks maybe haven't heard of or don't know of, the Dig Safe board. I just wanted to, I guess, go over it or explain it just in case you hadn't heard of it. I'm going to change my screen here and just share this. Meanwhile, everybody, I'm here blathering on. Please post any questions you have for Nick and Nate in that question and answer button. If you've got anything you want to ask them, feel free to start asking some questions. But the Dig Safe board is a new entity here in California. Hopefully some of you are already familiar with this, but just in case you aren't, they've been around for a few years, but they've just now become effective July 1st of this year. They basically are able to start investigations of violations. They're in charge of some of the safety standards and some education. All regarding to the safe digging laws of California. They have enforcement power to an extent. They don't, there's 4 entities I've listed right there: CSLB, CPUC, OSFM, and government. Those 4 are still in charge of the enforcement of the people that is in their jurisdiction, as it was before. But the Dig Safe board can recommend enforcement to those folks. So CPUC, obviously, the California Public Utilities Commission, handles all public phone, water, and water, gas, and electric companies. And so they still handle the enforcement on that end, but the Dig Safe board can offer, recommendations or perform the investigation, etc. Anyway, I bring these guys up because they're an important organization in our state. They are, they're rulemaking. They're creating new regulations. If you want to be a part of that, and if you want to have a say in the way our industry moves forward and some of the things that are happening, check out their website. It's digsafe.fire.ca.gov. I'm going to put that in the chat right now for everybody as well. I'm also going to put in my email address and contact info if you wanted to get in touch with me about ordering some excavation manuals or anything like that. All right, that's all I wanted to add, gentlemen. Did you have anything else that you wanted to share with our crowd today? Hopefully we get some questions so that we can get some knowledge out to these folks.
No, besides, that unique link is on your tickets right now. I think we started adding that to tickets back in July, around there. So you can start doing this now. You don't have to wait to the beginning of the year. So start doing it now, get comfortable with it, and then reach out to us, Nick and Nate, if you have any questions regarding it. But it is pretty straightforward. So I don't think you would have any issues. It does add an extra step to what you're doing on a daily basis. But, it does provide us with the information to provide to the excavators, hoping maybe we can help them in that one call resolution. So they're not reaching out to you. Maybe we just tell them how you've responded. If they're calling us to say, this company hasn't responded to ticket, we check the ticket status. It says clear, no conflict. We can inform the excavator of that.
That's great, Nick. Thanks. I have a question from Keith Hooper in the question and answer section there. If you want to check it out, I marked it for answering live. If you want to go ahead and answer. And I'm happy to read it as well if you'd like, but up to you.
Yeah, the positive response portal. So clearing tickets, you still want to click on that link at the bottom of the ticket and post a response of how you responded, but that doesn't supplement you communicating to the excavator directly. You still want to do that positive response and communicate with the excavator directly, and then come back to the link and post how you've responded to that excavator afterwards. So it doesn't technically clear out. Sorry, that question disappeared. There we go.
Yeah, sorry, I cleared it because then that way everybody in the audience can see what the question was. So when people pose questions, they're private and no one else can see them until we answer them, and then they become public. So because you were answering the question, I cleared it out so everyone could see it. But you see it there in the answered tab. You can kind of read the question and see what they're asking.
Yeah, we can check to see if you posted a response. If you're not sure if you're doing it right, you can reach out to us and we can see what your positive response statistics are. So don't be afraid to reach out to us to confirm that you're doing it correctly. We can do that for you. If you do go to click on that link at the bottom of the ticket and you've already responded to the ticket, it's going to tell you that it won't let you post multiple response to that ticket unless they were to take another action on top of that ticket, which would be a new version or a new revision number of that ticket. So if you have any questions of whether you're doing it correctly, just reach out to us. We can check your statistics for your member code. But yeah, it won't allow you to post multiple responses for one ticket.
Great, thanks. Any other questions out there? Any questions you have in general about your membership or how member services can help you or anything like that? Please, again, let us know. If you want to reach out directly to them, the email address is there in the chat. It's memberservices@usanorth811.org. Again, my email address is in there as well, and the DigSafe board website.
Yeah. And if you're having trouble managing your tickets, you get more than a few a day, let me know and we can give you a test account for WebTMS. For the most part, if you don't receive a ton of tickets, it should be free for you. The company that built WebTMS, NDP or Northfield Development Partners, they've kind of gone back and forth on whether they're charging or not. So reach out to us. For the most part, it should be free if you're not a huge company and you don't receive a ton of tickets, but it is a free alternative to help you manage your tickets. It'll show you your open tickets, and then when you respond to tickets, it'll put them in the closed ticket folder for you, so you can go back and review closed tickets. You can also add attachments to the ticket, like pictures and internal notes that don't go out to the excavator. So reach out to me and I can help you get on a test trial for WebTMS and see if you like it.
We have a couple questions there, gentlemen. I don't know, you guys feel free to pick which ones you want to answer live, or if Nathan wants to answer some, by typing, whatever. I'll leave it to you guys.
Yeah, so the only way to clear the tickets for the DigSafe board, if you're receiving it via email, is to click on the link. If you're using a ticket management system, then like I said, you'll need us to provide you with credentials to plug into your system. That will allow you to post a response whenever you close out the ticket in that ticket management system.
Ben's question. Yeah, if you're using WebTMS currently, it's integrated with the EPR already. So any action you perform on WebTMS will automatically post to the center anything you do on WebTMS. So that's fully integrated. So you don't have to. You're already set up pretty much.
And if we could just read a little bit of the questions so we know what we're talking about when you guys answer, that'd be great.
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right. That's all right.
So Mark says, is there any additional cost when splitting our member account to separately list each utility? No, there is no cost. We only charge by the unique ticket number. So if you were to split your membership into 3 different member codes, and those 3 member codes showed on one ticket, you're only going to get charged once for that ticket because we only charge by the unique ticket number. We actually changed our billing structure a few years back to accommodate and encourage the members to split up their membership into multiple member codes, one for each facility type. So before you would have, but we changed that to accommodate the members.
This question reads: if we respond with code 001, all clear to your system, will that info automatically be available to the excavator? Are there any additional steps needed by us? Echoing what Nick said before, so participating in electronic positive response, you still have to give a positive response to the excavator, so, meaning you have to reach out to them directly, stating it's all clear. The EPR is just reporting it and documenting it to the center itself. So you still want to reach out to the excavator directly, and this EPR is just an additional step. Like Brian had said, excavators can go onto our website and just to get clarification and see the responses from the utility operators. But yes, you still need to continue to give a positive response. Positive response directly to the excavator for every ticket notification.
And so the most common ways, Nathan, would be like just marking the field, right? That's obviously the first one.
Mhm.
And then I know a lot of utility companies give a phone call, right?
Mhm.
And then maybe like an email that says you're all clear, or maybe they
Correct.
provide additional info to the excavator or something like that. So they still have to do one of those things, right?
Absolutely correct. So yeah, with in that instance, how you said clear no conflict, yeah, like email to the excavator stating clear no conflict, a direct call to the excavator, telling them clear no conflict over the phone. That is a positive response to the excavator, and then the additional step that is going live 0101 2021 is posting an electronic positive response to the center through the link at the bottom of the ticket notification.
To answer Ben's question, is the post of response to this ticket at a link only available to those who receive tickets via email? I do not see the link in my tickets on WebTMS. Yeah, they're not on the WebTMS because WebTMS is already integrated with electronic positive response. So whenever you go into WebTMS and close out a ticket or respond to a ticket, not only does it shoot a response to the excavator, it also shoots a response to us as the 811 center. So it is not included on the links for WebTMS. Just for the people that receive it via email.
Great, thanks. And I want to state something that's probably extremely obvious, but something we haven't said yet. This electronic positive response law requirement starts January 1st, but it's active and it's live now. Like, start using it now. Start getting used to it. We're running out of time here before it becomes a legal requirement. So make sure you're getting your feet wet, you're using the system, and you're getting in the practice to make sure you understand how it works and get it a part of your policy, a part of your process. We've had it up and running for at least a year now, right, gents?
Since July 1st of this year. Yeah.
Really, just July 1st? I thought we've had it up since like last December. Am I making that up? It's been such a crazy year. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I believe it went. The link was added to the bottom of the ticket notifications through email July
Yes, 1st. The link, right?
Yeah.
Right. But I think there were some other. Yeah.
You could. I mean, you could have got separate credentials from us
back
individually.
then, right.
Yeah, and you could have been participating. Yeah, like years ago.
Well, now it is all up and it's all running, and I encourage everybody present to start using it right away so that you are, fully ready to go by the time this law kicks in January 1st. And there is another question here.
I'll read it. So we got a question here that says, I may have missed how many codes can you enter in the response codes for a ticket at once? So are we referring to member codes or response codes? How many codes can you enter in the response codes for a ticket?
Response code. So yeah, just one. It would be
just one. You would have to. So if you had 3 member codes on one ticket, you would technically have to click on that link 3 times and close out or respond to that ticket 3 times, one for each member code that you had. That's why it might be easier for you to switch over to something like WebTMS ticket management software to kind of easily manage those. Instead of your inbox getting, full of multiple emails for one ticket, you have the ticket management software to go in there and look at the tickets when you want and close them out when you need to.
Yeah, it's you can only pick one response code. You just like Brian said, you want to reference like the definitions, and you just want to pick the one that greatly reflects what you did in the field. And again, you could always just pick your response code, and then you could, through that comment field at the bottom, you could elaborate, you can give more detail as far as what had happened. If you had a meeting with somebody, said, hey, I talked to Jim, whatever information you want to give to be more transparent, exactly, what the situation is always for the best.
To answer Keith's question, if I send an email to the excavator with a 001 clearance code, is it necessary for me to also clear the ticket using WebTMS? Isn't that a duplicate effort? So if you're receiving your tickets via WebTMS, you won't need to send an additional email. You go into WebTMS, you respond to the ticket, you choose 001 clearance code on the ticket, and then that sends an email to the excavator for you. So you don't need to send an additional email to them yourself. That's what WebTMS is for. It's for to keep you from, using your inbox or your email system to respond to the excavators. You just go into WebTMS, click on the ticket, choose your response, and then close it out, and it'll post a response to the excavator directly, so you won't have to do anything else.
And if somebody, Nick, is not using WebTMS and they're relying on the tickets that we email them, and they're looking at the ticket on their email, and they scroll to the bottom and they click that link and they select clear no conflict, they would still have to contact that excavator. That particular utility who's using just the email link would have to contact the excavator, correct?
Exactly.
Thank you.
Brandon Burke says, please understand small districts need to make these process easier, not more complicated, or require us to get other software to handle this. We do not have dedicated staff to handle this. Yeah, I speak to small members a lot on a daily basis who, sometimes only work a few days a week and they only have one person handling the whole area. I understand that. That's why we added the unique link at the bottom of the ticket, because if we didn't have that unique link at the bottom of the ticket, you would have to have credentials, log into our website, and then post your response that way. Enter the ticket number in, enter in your member code. So we put the unique link at the bottom of the ticket to automatically populate everything for you. So you quickly click on it, it populates all the information, you just choose your response and then respond to the ticket. I understand it's an additional step, but this come down from the California DigSafe board. It's not something that we've come up ourselves. So we're just trying to make it as easy as possible and also comply with the law.
Yeah, so as I mentioned earlier about the DigSafe board and this new entity that's here in California, they're the ones that are actively creating these new rules. Like I mentioned, they're creating new regulations, they're creating new laws. And as many of you are aware, we're simply a notification center, right? We're kind of the go-between between our membership, which is all of you guys, and the excavators that want to dig in your service area. So like Nick said, we don't really create any of these laws or have any enforcement power or anything really to do with them. We're just trying to implement some processes and some programs and things to make it easier for everybody that has to interact with the system. So I strongly encourage you, if you have any kind of issues like this, with your process or with the way things are going for you in the field, maybe, or something that you notice that isn't really working out well for you, I encourage you to get involved with the DigSafe board. Check out their website, see what they're all about. They have public board meetings, I think monthly, if not quarterly. They allow the public to speak on occasion where you can kind of voice your opinion and offer your insight, and they need to hear your voice. So if at all if you ever feel like, this is heading in the wrong direction or XYZ hasn't been addressed, get in touch with the DigSafe board and be a part of that process. I also want to quickly mention that Timothy here has his hand raised. I'm just going to lower your hand. We're not going to be handing the mic off to anybody. If you have a question, Timothy, please use the question and answer button down at the bottom. If you want to get like a more detailed or in-depth conversation, whatever, then reach out to the guys at Member Services. They'd be happy to help you out. Thanks.
Yeah, to answer Keith's question, his question is, so what if I don't want to use WebTMS, but just send an email to the excavator? That's perfectly fine if you're currently using WebTMS. I know sometimes that we have some smaller members that receive maybe one ticket a day that are using WebTMS, and it kind of overcomplicates it. We can switch you off of WebTMS and just have them sent directly to you via email. The only downfall of that is we can only send these tickets to one email address. So if you wanted them sent out to multiple or another person or multiple staff members, you would have to create an auto forward in your emailing system to do that. But we can't switch you away from WebTMS. I know sometimes that is more of a complication than it is an ease for you.
And Brian, it looks like let me see.
Oh, I've got a question for me in
Yeah.
there. How about that? It says, "Hey Brian, can the DigSafe board help our company? The contractor damaged our cable and removed the handhold because they said we didn't respond. Our legal team sued them, and it is ongoing." So the the DigSafe board is a great resource. Like I said, and like I tell everybody, check them out and see what they have on their website, see what they're all about. They do have a complaint or a violation sort of form where you can let them know about violations that happen in the field. I'll be perfectly honest with you, they've just got up and running this year, and I think they're mainly focused on some of the big time incidences that we see in the field, right? The big violations. They might not be going after the excavator who failed to mark in white, for instance, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't let them know about it. I am not a part of the DigSafe board, so I can't say for sure that that's the case. Maybe they do have the time and they are looking at looking at everything at this point. I'm not sure, but check them out. See if there's a place on there for you to submit this particular violation. If you have, it gets tricky, right? You say you're in a legal situation with this company at the moment. I obviously can't offer any legal advice to that effect. I'm not a lawyer, but if it's regulations and laws you're looking for, get in touch with me directly. I will send you the law. I will read it with you over the phone if you'd like. I'm just probably not going to give you any legal advice. Not probably. I definitely won't give you legal advice. But laws are up for interpretation sometimes, and that's why we pay big bucks to those lawyers, right? In any case, hopefully I answered your question. You're basically trying to find out if the DigSafe board can help you out, and I think that's a little muddy. I'm not really sure if they're able to directly help you per se, but they may have the resources available for you to potentially report, like I said, the violations, etc.
To answer Scott's question, he says, why can't the unique link be made to also email the excavator? I mean, that's something we might be able to look into. That's more of the IT side of things. They would have to build that out, but that also basically becomes what WebTMS does. That's a kind of a ticket management software. Is you click into WebTMS, you click on the ticket, and they close it out, and then it automatically responds to the excavator for you. So I don't know if that would be an option because it'd be a lot of work to do, and we do have WebTMS right now that's currently free to most members. So, but I can look into that. I can talk to the IT team about that.
And can I also quickly mention, Nick, about some of our plans for the future? It's not, it's not set in stone, but we are definitely riding hard towards expanding this EPR program into what some centers call enhanced electronic positive response, which is just to say that when you post your response and the excavator goes on there and they can see the response, there's going to be more of an interactive environment where the excavator will, at some point, again, down the road in the future, the excavator will be able to write a comment back to you and start a chat and a dialogue and say, hey, and send you some pictures. Hey, here's pictures of my site. You can see here that, there was a mark missed in this area or whatever. And then you will be able to respond with attachments and files and have a conversation with them just right there on the platform. That's the goal. So in regards to what you had asked, we're always trying to improve. That's all I want to get across is we're trying to make this better. It's a building process. We're getting it up off the ground right now, and we're going to be improving it in the future. So just be on the lookout for that.
In regards to Jim's question, he says, are we able to change start times per excavator as other programs can on WebTMS? I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that, but shoot me an email, follow up with me with an email, and I can look into it for you. I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that, but feel free to shoot me an email, and I can, if I don't know the answer to that, I can reach out to the Northfield Development Partners who created WebTMS and get you that answer. My email address should be in the chat section there.
I did just put the
Okay.
member services email. Do you want me to put your individual emails,
no, that's
guys?
fine. They can do, you can do that both. Either my email or the member services email, either one works. So feel free to follow up and elaborate to us in an email, and I'll get you those answers.
I'll just go ahead and pop them in there.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Really appreciate you coming out today. Go
Just
ahead.
add one more thing. You're not required to use WebTMS. You don't have to use WebTMS. It's just an additional option available to our members. So if you're happy with the way it is right now, receiving them via email, that's perfectly fine. You can receive them via email and still participate in electronic positive response.
Great. Thank you very much. Anybody else have any other questions? There's one that Keith just popped in there.
I think that's more of a IT question. I'm not positive.
Why don't we get you to reach out to the guys here, Keith, and so that you have more space to kind of elaborate and have a conversation, and or if you want a phone call or whatever, shoot them an email with your phone number. They'll be happy to give you a call, and then we'll figure out if we need to get IT involved with what you're after, and we'll get you set. We'll get you on the right track. So this question here, I think, was from for me earlier, the person that was asking about the potential violation on their site. It says nothing changes with USAN, just need to clear with the DigSafe board. I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure what you mean. Please reach out to me if you need any guidance or anything cleared up. Nothing changes with USA North. I mean, that's technically true. We don't really have any like I said, any enforcement or any rule-making ability or whatever. Maybe if that's what you meant.
Yeah, I think when you're posting electronic positive response, you're technically posting a response to us as the 811 center. It's not the DigSafe board you're posting to. They're just enforcing these rules and handing them down to us, and we're just kind of taking them and trying to make it easiest for the members. So yeah, not much is changing here. You're still responding to the excavators, but there is an additional step. You want to click on the link at the bottom of the ticket and then let us know how you've responded to the excavator. So there's a little more work to it, unfortunately, but it'll provide us with more information to work off of.
Yeah,
Great,
and just as a quick note, also all the operators, the DPSs that you talk to submit tickets, they will be able to see who has responded via the EPR as well. So it just becomes there's more documentation and there's more transparency. So people are more on the same page. So for instance, if the excavator calls in and he's like, nobody's reached out to me, or something happened. And the operator can look into it and see, actually this operator did say they went out there and marked, maybe you want to check the site and stuff. So it just gets it to where people are on the same page, and there's just there's less questions this way, pretty much.
I mean, I know from experience, I was on the phone for 8 years taking the 811 calls. So I know some excavators will call, time after time and just, submit no response message after no response message. And, the member's like, we've responded to this guy multiple times. So this is where it comes in handy, where we'll be able to look at the ticket information, the response from the member, and tell the excavator, they have responded to your ticket. Here's how they've responded, and that saves these no responses going out to you guys.
I just want to quickly answer this question that came through asking if this recording of this meeting today will be available on our website for folks to see in the future. The answer is, I'll be perfectly honest, I'm not quite sure. I don't think so. This is kind of, as you can tell so far that we've been together this morning, it's really kind of an interactive Q&A sort of session. The actual EPR info that we gave at the beginning is pretty short, right? There's not a ton there. We just wanted to get that info out to you and show you some of the examples. However, because of that, I may actually send this out to everybody that's attended today. Hopefully you've given your accurate email address. So I'm not sure if it'll be public 100%. All I can tell you is that if it does go public and we do have it available for members, that's the thing, is it's so member specific, right? So it's not something really that is beneficial for the general public. Anyways, you'll get an email. If it goes out to you directly, or if it goes to a specific web page or something where you can see it online, I'll send an email out to all of our membership if we do in fact end up doing that. But right now, I'm not really sure if we will, to be perfectly honest.
To answer Keith's question, if we send a ticket clearance email to an excavator, should we include the ticket link? By the ticket link, are you meaning the unique link at the bottom of the ticket? If so, that's something you want to keep yourself, because you don't want the excavator posting a response using that link. That's for the member yourself exclusively. If that's not what you meant, please clarify or shoot me an email and I can talk to you offline.
Oh, got it. Okay.
As far as Jim's question, I'm told PG&E can change the start time on the ticket from their management system, and that is transferred to USA North. Ticket for an update. I don't know anything about that. I don't know how a member would be able to change the start time on a ticket. That doesn't seem like they should be able to do that.
No, definitely not. Nobody can change the start time on a ticket, not even the DPSs when
Yeah.
you call them in-house. If you call them and say, my start time changed for 2 days later,
They would,
they're
they would
gonna
have to
say,
create a new
yeah,
ticket.
start a new ticket. So nobody really has that power. Some of the members, may use verbiage like let's say an excavator doesn't mark out in white. They might use verbiage like, oh, your ticket has been canceled. I've cleared your ticket. That just means that, on your part, the member's part, you've just cleared it maybe out of your system, but that excavator's ticket is still very much active and still very much alive. They just would need to follow up and do the white markings and let us know about it so we can tell you to go ahead and go back out. So, I mean, sometimes the verbiage and the language can get a little messy, and it sounds like, someone like PG&E maybe is changing dates, or canceling tickets and stuff. They're not actually. It's probably just internal, company language. All right, gents, anybody else? Anything else? I think we've got some good information out there to everybody. I don't see any other questions coming through. If you guys want to give it just another, 2 minutes in case there's anyone still typing out a question there, and then maybe we can call it a morning. What do you think?
Yeah, I just want to encourage all the members out there. We should have reached out to you in one way or another regarding updating your contact information in your service area. Please reach out to us if you're not sure if you've done that yet. We do have the member portal where you can log in and review your current contact information for all of your member codes. Some members have, more than just one member code. So the member portal allows them to review each member code individually and update the contact information that takes effect in the database directly. So if you're receiving too many tickets outside of your service area and you're clearing a bunch of tickets that you shouldn't be getting, let us know, because chances are you're getting billed for those tickets. So let us know. We can work with you to get your service area updated. We do have a Google Earth training video which shows you how to use Google Earth to update your service area. We can provide you with the shape files for your current service area for you to work off of as a base, and then you can just modify those in Google Earth. It's pretty straightforward. So reach out to us if you have any questions.
Now, I've just posted the 811 member portal link in the chat. Nick, do they need a special sign in, or can they use some other sign in that they've had before?
No. If you've never visited the member portal, you want to click on the sign up button below the username and password and create a profile first. None of your previous credentials that we've given you, I know there we have a lot out there. We have some for the e-ticket login program. We have the WebTMS login credentials. So none of those work for the member portal, unfortunately. I know there's, it can be confusing, but go to the member portal, click on the sign up button. It's going to ask you a couple basic questions to create your profile, and it'll take you to your home screen. Once you get to your home screen, you will need your billing ID, which is just a 6-digit number, and that'll attach your membership to your home screen for you to review all the information in it. If you don't have your billing ID, reach out to member services. We'll get you that. I believe we have emailed almost every member rep this year their billing ID, so please reach out to us to get that information.
Another important reason to have your email contact info up to date, but we can assume that most everybody here has done that because they received my email to invite them to this thing.
Yes.
But if you know somebody, or if the actual member rep in your company maybe isn't getting these emails or something, you definitely let us know, because it's important to have those contacts on file.
Yeah, and please
stay compliant.
Please provide us with a direct phone number to yourself, because a lot of times we'll try to reach out to a member and it's just a customer service phone tree, and we're just trying to make our way through the phone tree to get to someone, and sometimes the customer service agents don't even know the person that's the member rep. So please give us a direct number or an extension number to you so we can get directly to you and save us some time, make it a lot easier on us, because we do have over 1,500 members, and it's only me, Nick, and Nate here in member services. So there's a lot more of them than there are us. So
Yeah, it is, and when we reach out for you, it's for reasons. It's for your tickets are not delivering, or there's something there's a bigger issue. So yeah, if you could provide us with direct numbers so we can get the issues resolved as quickly as possible, that we greatly appreciate that.
Great, guys. Well, I think that's going to do it this morning. I don't see any other questions coming in. I just want to thank Nathan and Nick for coming in today and doing this webinar. And I want to thank everybody for showing up and listening to some of the stuff they had to say and some of the education that they were able to pass on to us. I learned a lot too. I mean, there's a lot going on in that membership department that is foreign to me, that's for sure. So thank you, everybody. If Nick or Nathan wanted to kind of sign off or say any last words, feel free. But I think I can wish everybody to have a good day, and hopefully we see you next time when we start doing a little bit more of these member webinars starting the new year. I want to try and get get us all together when we can and pass out some education, some new things that happen in the law and that sort of thing. So keep an eye on your inbox for an invite from me. All right.
Yeah, this is great. Maybe we'll start doing this on a more regular basis. I know there can be a lot of confusion out there, especially for the smaller members that are more rural, that not have a lot short staff and have a lot of other things on their plate. So this is great. I appreciate all the questions. I appreciate everyone being here. Definitely a great turnout. So
yeah, thank you for taking the time, and yeah, look forward to seeing more people in person once all this is over. And yeah, everyone have a happy holiday if we don't hear from you.
All right, guys. See you later.
All right, take care. Thank you.